Now, from Bristol, Tony Gosling, investigative journalist, joins us now. Good to have you with us, Tony. Well, you heard the UN Secretary General's comments regarding territorial integrity and sovereignty of Syria, including those of the Golan Heights, but looks like the whole world is listening to him and share the same idea, except Mr. Trump's administration.
Well, of course, it's Yahoo's administration also have problems with these sorts of decisions. Look, originally, back in the 1967 Six-Day War, the Israelis took a lot of territory in that part of the world, and far more than they were allowed to. They said that the Golan Heights was going to be a buffer zone. That's what they said in the 1960s. Now they're saying that they want to, and as many people have suspected all along, and the Americans are now backing them, saying that they want to have this piece of land for themselves. Which is a company which Rupert Murdoch and other powerful people have got, which is oil concessions within the Golan Heights. So they have a financial interest in taking that land. And it's good to see the United Nations saying that they can't have it. The idea, of course, has been, well, many people realise this now, to balkanise the Middle East in order to redraw the borders, much like the British and the French did back at the time of the First World War. And so that we're now hearing from the UN, absolutely, this is not going to happen. The integrity of Syria is important and must stay.
Mm-hmm. But is this sufficient, Tony? I mean, also the EU is against it. Even the US's closest allies, France and Britain, are against it. But what will happen at the end of the day?
Well, I think we have the vast majority of the world wanting to see this country as it should be under international law. The United States and Israel are setting themselves against the international community. And I think it's becoming clearer and clearer that the mission to do this balkanization is, I'm afraid, it's going to have to fail. The only problem is that Netanyahu seems to be gearing up for an attack on some of his own domestic citizens, the Palestinians, and also potentially with Iran too. There's a lot of talk about possible war with Iran, and they almost seem to have this ideological need to dominate the region. Now, in a way, this is similar to what happened hundreds of years ago in the Crusades. You know, there's this kind of crusader attitude by the West, and they see Israel as their crusader state. But let me also say there are questions about why has Trump recognized the Golan Heights now when he has. Very interesting to see the coincidence of the dropping of the Mueller investigation, the Russiagate investigation against him at the same time. So it may even be that that investigation has been used to blackmail him into this decision.
Okay. I appreciate your comments, Tony Gosling, investigative journalist who joined us from Bristol.